Malaika, are you dating?
Sorry?
Are you in a relationship?
Sorry, can you say that in my language?
I'm kidding. So you can speak Japanese?
Chotone.
All right. Why did you decide to change your name?
The names I had before belonged to my father, and he is a very prominent person who has made a name for himself, and it is his. These are mine.
Yeah. Yeah.
And the world, especially in Africa, has a way of a woman has to be identified by the child of or the wife to. I said, no, there's no need for that.
Yeah.
Let me help you, just Malaika.
Okay.
Yeah. What relation would you like to have to the president of the country?
Good friend.
A good friend.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to tell you. Me,
Oh, yeah.
I want to be his mother. Baya, come on, baya, mama is mama.
He's a 10, but he showers once a day. Once a day.
And lives in Kampala,
Day.
Uganda.
Yeah.
Is it in the morning or at night?
I don't know the details of it.
Financial intelligence, financial discipline is something I wish many of us are introduced to before we get into it, because I kid you not, someone who's given 100 million and someone who's given 10 million after 5 years can end up having the same amount of money saved.
I agree.
Comes down to how you do it, where you're doing it, and what. Because I can have problems worth 99 million. Right?
Malaika has graced us with her presence. Thank you so much for coming through, girl.
Thank you for having me.
And before I even go any further, I just want to give them your CV because I need to tell people what you've done. Okay, so you're an actress,
Yes.
events moderator and MC,
Yes.
fashionista,
Yeah.
model,
Yes.
media personality, award-winning media personality. Heavy on the award-winning. I love
all
that
of
for
them.
you. Yes. Award-winning for all of them.
Yes.
Yeah.
The only one I've not won an award in yet is as a producer, film producer. But I've won an award as an MC, as an actress, as a radio presenter, as a TV presenter. Yeah, as a fashionista, I have.
I love that for you.
Yeah, we
Oh my
stand in the glory
God.
of
You've been
God.
doing things.
Yes.
And you know what? Like, let me just say this at the beginning of this conversation. As a media personality myself,
Yes.
interviewing another media personality, seasoned, award-winning, it can be a little bit intimidating.
Is it?
Yeah, because Malaika knows exactly
What you're doing. I'm like, no.
Yeah. Like, okay, so before we even roll, she's like, so anyway, what's the plan? I'm like, what do you mean, what's the plan? We are going to vibe. Vibing is the plan.
It's never that serious, right?
Never that serious. You get it. I love that. Okay, so Malaika, welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me, Sabrina.
I'm so happy to be having you. So
Thank you.
let's start with the media aspect of things.
Okay.
You've been in the media. You've won awards in the media.
Yes.
You've done it. We've worked in some places together.
Yes, we
I've
have.
seen you doing your thing. You're amazing at it.
Thank you.
Just so
God
you know.
bless you.
Sometime there was a time. I'm going to just digress a little bit. There was a time somebody commented under one of my videos and saying, like, I give people flowers, but I'm lying. But no, I'm not lying. I actually do feel like very amazed at the things that people do, and I'm so proud of you.
Thank you.
So we've worked in the media. Do you remember your first day on air?
Now, this is going to shock a few people.
Yeah.
So when you say on air,
Yeah.
I say my first day on television, on radio.
So which one
as
came
a
first?
presenter, as an actress, as what?
Which one came first?
Because if I tell you that I was on television as early as 8 years old.
Doing what? What were you doing?
So there was this thing by senior counsel John Katende called VCL back in the day. And I was one of the child stars on it. And I think I was maybe 6 years old or 7 years old. And a friend of mine called Hilda was on it. And she's the one who, you got together as friends and then ended up there. So that I would say is my first experience on television.
And you were acting.
No, we were like, okay, some parts you're acting, other times you're presenting.
Okay.
It's like different things. Then fast forward, uh, maybe when I was around 15, maybe my form 3 around, I was on UBC, a show called 3w.com, and I used to review movies. Like
Okay.
do you know when I was young, I used to say like my ideal job would be to be a movie critic because I used to watch TV so much.
Okay.
And then I got that job. That's why I'm like, you see, because I left Uganda at some point and then I came back. So I seemed like, oh, this girl came out of nowhere. No, I done been in
You've
this.
been around. Okay, the movie thing,
Yeah.
we're going to put a pin in it because I'm so curious to pick your brain about
Yeah.
that. But I can't believe I didn't know this.
No, not very
I
many
always
people
thought-
know this. No one asks.
I
You
always-
asked.
Yeah. I always thought when we were grinding
At
at
Urban.
Urban, like we were both just getting started.
No, you see, personally, I have always been at the forefront. In school, you're the one in acting, you're the one in dancing, the only thing I can't do is sing. And God blessed you all that I can't sing. Because if I could sing, hey, yeah, I would not talk to some of you. But I don't know how these artists talk to you people because God knew.
Yeah.
So yes, my voice is for speaking. So yes, to most people, the first time they got acquainted with me was when I was at Urban Television. And my first day was on a political show. It was a morning show called Urban Today. And I was like a deer in headlights, like this.
Why? What? And it was live. Was that your first live? Was that your first live experience?
Yes.
Yeah.
It was my first live experience. It was, and you know, you're working with people. I was working with Samson Kasumba. I was working with Sophia Dengo. And these people were seasoned. They knew exactly what they were doing. They were much old. They were older than me. And, you know, they were just flowing and doing their thing. I remember even Derek was there, Derek Ford, even like so many other people, but they knew what they were doing. And me, I was here, this kid in uni, and I was just like, And I remember one of the producers, Angelo Izama, I will never forget him. He called me and gave me the hardest speech.
Oh.
I remember I was so
I
mad.
hope he wasn't criticizing.
Oh, what are you saying?
He was criticizing your first day on air?
His expectations. Now, there are some people who see something in you and they get irritated that you can't see it in yourself.
Okay.
So I eventually I saw it that way. I will not lie. In the beginning, I didn't.
You
I
weren't
didn't like.
feeling it.
I wasn't feeling him. I didn't like him in the beginning. Me and him, I really didn't. But funny enough, I needed it because he just told me, if you keep doing, you can't do that. You have to and this and this. It was very tough for me and it was very this. And then the next day I came with anger and then I took over.
Yeah.
But you see, you didn't it work and everything. So thank you, Angelo Izama.
Thank you, after all.
Yeah, after all.
Yeah.
And Bush Baby as well was
Yeah.
amazing. Okay, it was like two different types of ways to hit at you. So Bush Baby was sweeter, Angelo was tougher, and then I remember Sean was a bit like that cool kid who's like, man, get your ish together. He was a producer.
I can't believe there was ever a time when you were not like,
Confident. Get to
yeah,
mind what-
because that's when I think Malaika, that's all I think about.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
I have done a good job lying to the public.
You're gonna tell us about how you're doing that, but before we even go any further, I
Yeah.
feel like I jumped the gun. Malaika, as like one name, as if Beyonce,
As if Azawi. As if
Azawi.
Binka.
There we go, Binka.
Oh, all you need is Malaika. I'm the original.
Okay.
Yeah. Name one older than me.
So I knew you
Yes.
by two names,
Yes.
but you
Legally changed my
legally
name
changed your name.
in 2022. I'm now Malaika. Okay, if you need all three names, it's Malaika Tendo Tenshi. But Malaika Tenshi is fine.
Okay.
Tenshi, which is Japanese for Malaika.
Oh,
Yeah.
so Malaika.
Thanks. The name is so good, have to name it twice.
Why did you decide to change your name?
So my name Malaika is from my parents, which I honor and I love so much. And it's such an original name. Hated it when I was a kid because even it took me long to learn how to pronounce it. But all my friends had those cool names, English names and blah blah blah. And I wanted to also be that.
Yeah.
But eventually I realized how unique I was and how unique the name is. So I love that name. Tendo is praise in my language, and God is first in my life, right? And also because my mother is called Tendo, and one of my favorite cousins is called Tendo. He's Ivan Tendo Mboa. So I named myself after them. And then Tenshi, I've told you, is just, I lived in Japan at some point, and they used to call me Tenshi sometimes. I have some people call me Tenshi back then. I used it a lot. And then I decided to keep it. So the names I had before belonged to my father, and he is a very prominent person who has made a name for himself, and it is his. These are mine.
Yeah. Yeah.
And the world, especially in Africa, has a way of a woman has to be identified by the child of or the wife to. I said, no, there's no need for that.
Yeah.
Let me help you, just Malaika.
Okay.
Yeah, because
Okay,
God created me as me.
That's really powerful.
Yes.
Wow. Never thought about that.
You never thought of it
I
that
never
way?
thought about it that
Yes.
way. But
It's
that
not
is
to
powerful.
deny. Everyone builds their own legacy. I always tell people are like, no, you see your parents' legacy. I'm like, no, that's not my responsibility is not to build my parents' legacy.
Yeah.
It's their responsibility. I'll ask you, Albert Einstein?
Yeah.
Name his children.
Did he
have
had children?
them?
He had
Mhm.
children?
You see, but you know him.
Yeah.
Because he built his legacy. Okay, Elon Musk of today. Name his children. There's one who's
They have
can't
weird
pronounce.
names.
Yes, exactly. But it's not their job to build their father's legacy. Everyone has been put on this earth for their purpose.
Yeah.
And may you honor your mother and father as you do it, yes, but it is not on you
Preach.
to do that.
Oh my goodness. I feel like I've been taken to church right
Yeah,
now.
because that's why many of us will end up doing degrees and then giving them to your parents and then going to do what you want.
Yeah, and then struggling to figure out what you want
Exactly, and
because
who you are.
you've
And
been in your parents' shadow this whole time.
yeah.
You didn't study in Uganda, did you?
My former years, I was here in a safari kindergarten in Naguru. So to all my safari kindergarten people, blue outfit.
Does your
What?
school still exist?
Yes.
Oh,
First of all, why do
me
you think
all
I'm
my-
saying with so much pride?
Me all
Because
my-
we're still in Naguru.
All my schools no
Everyone's schools
longer
are gone.
exist.
Everyone's schools are gone.
Yeah.
No, all my schools still exist.
Okay.
So I was in Safari Kindergarten. I was in Kampala Parents. I was in Gaza High School. I was also in Makerere College.
Okay.
I was in United States International University outside of here, and also Kansai Gaidai, which is a university in Japan.
In Japan?
Yeah.
Okay. So you can speak Japanese?
Chotto ne.
All right. Before you got started, is there anybody you looked up to in the media
Yes.
industry? Who's that?
Shanice Kachungira, Crystal Newman, Dr. Uncle Mitch. My answer has not changed for years.
You know what? Now that you mention it, I can see it.
You can see it?
I see a bit of all
You
those
can see
people.
people in
Like,
myself.
Yeah.
Yes, good. They've
And-
been a huge influence in my life without me necessarily even having a relationship with them, but just watching them and being, those guys are forces. Those,
Yeah.
Only person I've not worked with is Shanice, and I believe I'm not dead yet. She's still
Yeah.
alive, so
We're
it's going to
manifesting.
happen.
Yeah.
I remember the first time I worked with Crystal. She didn't know, but I was like this.
And
I'm
Crystal
like,
is
"Oh
so
my God."
sweet.
I know. And I'm like, but oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. That was me the entire time.
Yeah.
Oh my God, working with Dr. Uncle Mitch. I remember Sophia Nengo, who's another person who has been a big influence in my life.
Yeah.
I was telling her I was freaking out. I was like, oh my God, I'm going to work with Chris. I'm going to let him down. I'm not going to, oh my God, this is such a... And then she was like, Malaika, no. Dr. Uncle Mitch gets to work with you. I said, it's finished. Okay, let's go work.
Don't you just love that? Don't you just love friends who speak life into
Yes,
you like
yes,
that?
yes.
Shout out to Sophie. Sophie's amazing as
She
well.
is.
Yeah.
She is.
Okay, that's very interesting. You've left the media now.
I have not left media. Everyone keeps saying that. People, I have not left the media.
Where have you gone?
Where would I go?
Like where?
Media
now?
is me. I am media. I left a job at Capital FM,
okay.
which is just part of media.
All right.
Yes, but no.
Thanks
no,
for the
no.
correction.
Yes.
Okay, so then
and
what
I'm
are
so
you-
happy
what
you
are you
asked
up
that
to?
question. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. So I'm working on a couple of projects. I am not at liberty to speak on them in detail, but I am very, very, very passionate about mindset renewal. So that goes to show you what the way I speak and all of this. That's why I like such conversations. I was recently at Can We Talk panel with Georgie and friends, and the opportunity to speak to people, also listen and receive. So those spaces are very much pulling onto me. My acting career, my producing career, my emceeing and moderation career still thriving. So I'm not necessarily on a radio station or a TV station in Uganda, but I'm still a TV presenter and radio presenter.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, this voice can't go anywhere.
Thank you. Thank you so much. I've been seeing you in your posts on social media because we follow each other, posting with the Swangs team. And I'm like, what's Malaika up to?
Am I going to release an album?
Are you about to drop like a surprise album at the strike of midnight on a random Wednesday afternoon?
The day I drop an album.
Yeah.
That's the day. Honestly, you can all say anyone can sing.
These days there's auto-tune. Your dreams are valid.
Let me tell you, that is the day. Singing will lose all its value. I work with Swangs Avenue in terms of my social media digital side, my content creation side. They're fantastic managers, and Julius Chaze is one of my mentors. So he has spoken into my life. He has led me. We have moments and conversations that I don't take for granted because not everyone has access to someone like him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's true. And a lot of people have very many nice things to say about Julius. I haven't met him. What's something you wish you knew when you were getting started?
Started in the media world.
Yes.
Financial discipline.
I'll drink to that.
Yeah. Let's salute.
Salute.
That's one. You people.
Yeah.
Yeah. The shoes we have, the dresses we have.
Do you know what though? It's so unfortunate or fortunate that you feel the pressure to look a certain way and your lifestyle needs to represent a certain kind of lifestyle. But at the same time, sometimes it doesn't correlate with how much you're getting paid.
What are you saying sometimes?
Many times, all the time. You don't get paid enough to look the way as good as you look. So you find yourself living beyond your means, trying to
keep up with the job. With the job that you're required to do. I stopped complaining about it at some point because I said it's like a doctor complaining about all the books they have to read. I'm like, you kind of knew it getting into it. So for me, I'm blessed that being stylish and styling and all of that is something that comes really natural to me.
Yeah.
But again, financial intelligence, financial discipline is something I wish many of us are introduced to before we get into it, because I kid you not, someone who's given 100 million and someone who's given 10 million after 5 years can end up having the same amount of money saved.
I agree.
Comes down to how you do it, where you're doing it, and what. Because I can have problems worth 99 million. Right? And then the other guy has problems worth 500K. And you see. So it just comes down to that. So that's something I wish, and that's something when I'm saying renew thy mind, which isn't you'll see that moving around. It's my thing.
Yeah.
Financial, intellect, discipline, and teaching us about it and being in love with the whole journey is something I'm also very passionate about, because Sabrina, when I tell you, I had learned these things in the last 2-3 months.
Yeah.
How long have I been here? There's money. Like, you even look back and you're like, Kala, I had that money.
Let me tell you what, a lot of times, especially in the media, in Ugandan media, there's so many people who we grew up like looking up to and we admired and that sort of thing. And then there's stories about people who retire and they don't. But it's not even just unique to the media. I think it's
what we know. It cuts across, but because ours is public.
Yes.
So an accountant or maybe a marketer, your story won't be public.
Yep.
But a person who was on your TVs all the time looking this fabulous and all of a sudden they're fallen off.
They've fallen off.
And you're wondering how.
Yeah, like they're
Why?
barely getting by. And you're
By
like, but how did this happen?
With
I
all the
think-
connection, they were rubbing shoulders with all these
Yeah.
big people and
Yeah.
everything. How?
I think especially our generation was or is one of instant gratification. But we need to start really thinking about the future. You get like we need to start thinking about like retirement. I know right now it seems like it's far.
It's not.
But it's really not.
It's really not.
Like,
it's really,
just
really
around
not.
the corner.
I was watching, so my feed right now, my podcast, my YouTube is filled with financial, all of that literacy and everything. So there was this girl who stood up. She's like, okay, so I have, Sabrina was stressed. She stood up and she was asking a question. And she's like, I just want to know what avenues I can input my savings. I have some savings. I'm working. I'm just started out and everything. And I just want to be able to do this because right now, I don't want, I feel like I'm behind. Sabrina, the girl was 22. She had turned 22, meaning she was 21.
Yes.
I said, you're lagging. What pressures are these that I said, either they have too much pressure on themselves or we twist our seat and you're like, we feel so sorry for
Yeah, us
ourselves.
guys are just not. We're like, you know.
Yeah.
It is what it is. It's never that serious
It's never that
until it is. What's one piece of advice you would give in terms of building someone's confidence? You've told us a story about how your first day on air, and then you got angry and you clapped back and you came back and you rose like a phoenix. But a lot of people struggle with confidence. There's even statistics that show that 99% of the population cannot even speak in public. Like it's very intimidating, and yet you do it so easy. I've been to so many functions and events where you've been the MC, and you do it so easily, you do it so beautifully. You seem comfortable.
Thank you.
So give us advice, give us some tips on how to achieve that kind of confidence.
I really should start a masterclass for
I feel like yes.
I really should.
Yes.
Because I realized, just like you've mentioned, I think I take it for granted that not everyone can be this way. Like I'm also surrounded by people like yourself who are also very confident. So it kind of skews your view of reality that not everyone is that way.
Yeah.
But the thing that I learned when it comes to confidence, it's not about confidence, it's about competence. When you're competent in something, when you know something, you speak from a place of, I know. So that's what makes you confident, right? When you don't know is where you're now like, eh. So now I'll give an example for like my emceeing and moderation jobs. I never show up on the day of. It's been weeks of meetings, planning, researching, asking. By the time I stand in front of this crowd, I'm speaking from a place of me, I know. In fact, I'm telling you.
Yeah.
Whether I know or not. You get what I mean?
Yeah.
I speak from a place of I know I speak well. I know I have done my research. I have studied, I've been around certain people. I know this. So hone your craft. You will rarely find someone who is in their purpose, who is in their craft, who's doing what they know how to do, fidgeting. I always use accountants because I did accounting at some point, and you will lose faith in a person if you go to ask them to do your taxes and they're like, you'll be like, hey, sir, madam.
Yeah, it'd be like on second thought.
On second thought.
Let me Google it.
Well, first of all, you don't know. Yeah? So the other one's telling you. So I would say, hone your craft, hone what you're trying to do, be confident in that. So if you're saying, that is what I use as my aura and my presence into a space. When I walk in, one thing I know, I look good because I left home when I had made sure that when I look in the mirror, I'm like, yeah. Now, like today, I'm a big supporter of Ugandan designers. So I'm wearing, this is Dynasty Productions, and he made this dress for me. I was very, very happy, very beautiful.
And
so
just like a PSA, me and Malaika did not coordinate.
Oh, yes.
With outfits. Like we just showed up both wearing green. I guess
Yes.
great minds.
Great minds. Green minds.
Yeah.
Great minds. Yes. So I walk into a place, I'm like, you're sure? You know that dress you're wearing, you know that this, that.
Yeah.
But if you're a bit, that day your hair was off, maybe the trousers a bit looser, you also not walking with the confidence. But if you feel good, it starts from within.
Yeah.
You speak to yourself. How do you talk to yourself? Then it will show outside.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we want a masterclass though. This is not enough. Like we want exactly how. Give us a breakdown.
Yeah, and
I'm
honestly,
joking.
yes. No,
But
no, you're right.
Yeah.
You're right. I have been asked so many times. So many times. And I always shy away from it because of imposter syndrome. I'm like, why me? Me?
no,
Who am I?
you need
Who
to
am
do
I?
it. You need to do it.
But when I hear more people like yourself speak so amazing, I'm like, you know what? Maybe I should start seeing myself the way Sabrina sees me.
Yeah, no, please, please. Let me tell you what. The thing is, I've noticed, especially my friends who are really good at public speaking. When I talk to them, I'm like, give me advice, give me tips. It's only Desire, Derek Ford,
Yes.
who will sit down and walk me through and say, okay, do this, do this. I seem confident, but sometimes I'm not. Like I can be, what's the word? Imposter syndrome, should I say? And sometimes also like it depends because you've said you organize yourself and everything, but I organize myself. But if one thing
Doesn't go.
should
Oh,
not
you have
go,
to be flexible.
So there you go. Like if one thing comes into the space and tries to throw me off,
Yes.
I'm kind of all over the place now at that point.
Oh.
So it's one of those things where I'm like, give us a masterclass.
Okay, let
please.
me
Yeah.
on that one. That one is very, very important
Yeah.
because Madame Me, oof, I am this girl. Organize this, control everything, da, 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 da. One of my first events, over the microphones went off, over the what. I learned in deep waters, like there and then learn what to do.
Yeah.
Or the speaker didn't show, or something
Oh,
crazy
no.
happened, and you're the one who has to run that shit.
Yeah.
So I learned earlier on the flexibility of moving. We are the generation, the millennials are the most adaptable of all generations. Why? We were the ones born when the internet was being created, and we have seen all the transitions. You've seen the old computer to the computer today. You've seen the no Facebook to the TikToks of today. Do you get it? You've seen it all.
Yeah.
So you have had to adapt as you grow.
Yeah.
So we are very adaptable. Have that in your mind always. So you go on stage. So truth be told, I'm always nervous every single time before I step on a stage. I'm so nervous.
You get nervous?
Whoa,
Okay, that's
whoa, whoa,
refreshing to know.
Very nervous. But there's a certain thing when I hold the microphone.
Yeah.
I keep telling people there's a power because I have prayer. And I keep saying, God, it's not me.
Yeah.
If I embarrass you, it is you. Yeah? Like, it is your glory, God. It is you, Kuswala. Because I keep telling people it's you. So
Yeah.
if I look bad, it's you who looks bad. So once I hold the mic and I go in front, I let go of all the planning first of all and say, now let's have a good time. Every client to me is so special, so precious, so unique. There's no one size fits all. And again, that has only been done with every single job I have done. You have to keep doing and doing
Yeah.
and doing and doing.
Yeah.
But I understand the flexible thing of when
Yeah.
it doesn't
when
go
something-
according.
But that's how my personality is, although I'm working on it.
I was gonna say
Yeah.
so it was for me.
Yeah.
But anyone in my family will tell you, Malaika.
Like even my friends, like, let's make a plan and you change it. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? And make sure you change it in advance. Like if you change it, like I only make exceptions if you change in advance. But last minute, I'll be like, come on.
That's a wrap for me. It's been real. We tried.
See you next year.
We tried. We really tried.
So you mentioned that you are a big movie buff.
Yes.
Yes. Top 3 movies of all time. Yeah, the pressure is on. The pressure is
Not
on.
mentioning Ugandan movies. I'm not going to mention Ugandan movies because I will be very biased. So I'm going to leave Ugandan movies
Okay,
out of it.
okay.
But
Let's
please, you
excuse
know my
Ugandan
Ugandan movies. I'm a big fan. So I'm going to mention the ones where it will not be political. V for Vendetta.
Okay. We're off to a strong start.
Yeah. V for
Strong side.
Vendetta. Woo! Yo, this one. V for
pressure.
Vendetta. It's going to go somewhere else, but all the Transformer movies. Me and Transformers are like this. Transformers and Marvel are just
They're like
Marvel
tying. Yeah?
and the Marvel, the MU, DCU universe, like
Okay.
that's me.
Okay, so that's also one. So
That's
that's
one.
one. I have
And so those are two I've mentioned.
two you've
And
mentioned.
then, so the other one, if I mention it, not very many people will know it. Should I mention it? But I know many people will know it. So let me pick something people would know. Oh, this is so tough.
I know.
Okay, the girl with the pearl earring and the love song for Bobby Long. Those are like, you know, those Oscar movies people never watch or Golden Globe
I've never
movies.
had
Exactly.
never had many of them.
So those are those movies that just stay with you, like the story, the cinematography, the creation of it all, like just you're just
Is it like?
engaged in it.
Do you know when you mentioned it, what came to mind was like Black Swan? Is it like Black
those
Swan?
those
type
those
of-
those kind of years. Muzungu nyo. Yeah.
I understand. I completely
Yes.
understand. Those are like two extremely different kinds
Yes.
of yeah. So that means you don't have a favorite. You just like what you like. Like a favorite genre.
Yo, if it's drama and it's good, I'm in it.
Yeah.
If it's action and it's packed, I'm in it.
Yeah.
I'm not a big fan of. So I used to like horrors and all of that. I'm not a big fan of it lately because people are doing weird stuff. And they're opening portals and what. So you're there watching the movie innocently, and then
There's a movie I watched. There's a movie I watched. I think it's called I Let You In.
Wulila, listen to the title. Sabrina, it was in the title.
That is the best horror movie I've ever watched in my life. I don't care. I don't care. It was worth it. It was worth it.
Let's go and pray about what you let in.
Guys, don't watch it though.
Yeah, please.
Don't watch it. What's your guilty pleasure?
Cartoons.
Oh.
I really, really like cartoons.
Oh.
I literally was watching Despicable Me before I came.
Elijah said the same thing. Elijah Shishaka, he was on the show and he said he likes cartoons
I
as well.
really like
So
cartoons.
were you like a big fan of Cartoon Network? Cartoon Network versus Nickelodeon versus Disney.
Now that's the problem. Fiona, sweet Malaika is in it. All of them.
Yeah.
You mentioned, but obviously Cartoon Network
Cartoon
can
Network
never
is
be
the
touched.
OG,
though. It can't
like-
be touched.
Yeah.
But yeah. But I would shock you and say in high school my mom it was so funny. She'd be like, why isn't this girl like I would wake up early, like we're going to church and I wake up early at church or school something. I wake up early, get ready quickly to go and sit, and then she's like, what is this child doing? Like, why is she? You get, because I'm organized and everything, but I'll wake up so that I can watch Sesame Street. So and I'm an adult and I'm there happy because I'm seeing this. And up to today I can still watch the Muppets and Sesame. Those things make me
That's
Please don't
crazy.
judge me.
No,
Actually, judge me, man. You'll still watch
No, you had me with cartoons, but you lost me with
on
puppets.
puppets.
Yeah.
Oh my God, puppets kill me. It's so funny.
I'm just okay.
Oh, like now those comedians who like use puppets, finished.
Yeah.
You've lost me. I'm not paying attention anymore. I'm just there laughing because they're.
No. No, Malaika. I don't get it. If you
I could stand for presidency once. I've now lost all my votes.
No, you'll get votes from all the puppets and puppeteers.
Wow, Sabrina. First of all, ladies and
Okay.
gentlemen, I'd just like to let you know that this is Sabrina's hair. Like, this
Yeah.
is her hair. Just, she wears wigs to make you feel like she's one of you.
Because
but
I
she
want to, you know,
she ain't.
but also like on the same note, those are Malaika's lashes. Like, who has lashes like that? Actually, do you know what? You can lie to us. You can create a concoction and lie to us. I use this serum on my lashes. I swear I'll buy
You
it.
believe?
Because what do you mean?
Oh my
Like, how
God.
do people just have naturally long lashes like that?
The way they're just naturally brown or with big bums.
This is not fair.
Like with your hair. Like right now, Sabrina, you're going to get hate mail. Because-
If you could be anyone else for a day, who would you be?
So funny enough, I was having this conversation with a very close friend of mine called Rachel, and was saying, if you come back in another life, what would you want to be and everything. So for me, it's not a individual person.
Yeah.
Yeah. I described what I would want to be.
Yeah.
So God, I come back again.
Uh-huh.
I want to be a rich kid, huh? With a twin sister, and both parents are rich. I don't want to, mom is the one or dad is, no, no, no. Both parents are rich and spoil me and my twin sister. So the reason behind it all.
I want to know the
Yes,
reason.
this is the reason.
Why?
People are like, Malaika, but you know, not all rich kids are happy, but they are not in poverty. Let us.
They're unhappy and
but
rich.
yeah, let's not get it twisted. There's no poverty in that conversation. Some of us have tasted poverty.
No,
it ain't cute.
no
It
thanks.
ain't cute.
Yeah.
But then also you'll struggle getting friends because you're okay. Not struggle getting friends, but you will struggle relating to different people because you wake up in the morning and you want to go to Dubai first class or want to go to the Maldives and all that stuff. And these friends of yours want
like
to.
the way you really thought
Hey,
it
baby.
through.
So that's why I have my twin sister. Because we're the same age, we're both girls, and we do these things together.
course,
so
yeah.
we can achieve the enjoyments together. Yeah. And God forbid,
Yeah.
my parents separate. We are okay. Both ways. You're welcome.
Tell me you watched Parent Trap without telling me you watched Parent Trap. Is this
You're welcome.
motivated
No.
by Parent?
No, not at all. I've
Yeah.
told you, we sat down and we went
And you
through
really
it.
thought about it.
Like, I'll ask you, what
Yeah.
relation would you like to have to the president of the country? Me, I've thought it through.
You already have an-
I have
what-
my answer.
what's the relation?
No, tell me. Tell me what relation you want.
Me?
Yes, what relation would you want with the president of the country?
Maybe like a good friend.
A good friend.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to tell you. Me,
Oh, yeah.
I want to be his mother. Come on, buy mama is mama. You're practically the president.
Yeah.
Do you get it?
Yeah.
Go and tell your son
We'll be like,
or your daughter.
I hear you talked
come.
to the Russian president.
Come home.
I
now.
told you not to.
Sweet. Must be the mother. People were saying, oh, the wife, what? You can be divorced. Oh, friend, you fall out. Oh,
see-
brother,
you
you can
see,
neglect.
let me
But,
say-
mother.
Have you heard the story of Quentin Tarantino and his mother? Even you, they can leave you in
This
light.
is true.
Yeah.
But the shame and the guilt you'll be given by
Yeah.
the world. Because remember, you're a president. You're supposed to be leading
Like,
family
I-
values. Sabrina, these things are not of today. I have thought these things through.
Which is good, because my next question is going to be,
Tell me.
right now, you leave this place, you have $1 million on your account, but they tell you you have only 24 hours to spend that $1 million. What are you doing?
Am I still alive after the 24?
Yeah, you're alive.
Okay. That's very crucial.
Yeah, alive, but
Because
you
if
just
I'm
want to
not,
have the $1 million.
then the answer is different if I'm not alive after
Yeah.
the 24. But
Yeah.
if I'm still alive after the 24, the first thing is 10% tithe. I tithe to God
Wow,
first.
I would
Yeah.
never. God, I'm sorry. I
Love
would
to.
never have thought about
The word of God must be going, whatever, that's it, to my churches and to help with the spread of the word of God. After that, now we begin. Remember I told you financial literacy? This is when I built the portfolio. Because now I know how to make money. Make my money make money. So I have learned. So I know I'll build a financial portfolio. I know which capital markets I'll get into and build into that. I'll also make sure I build one for my parents. I don't want to give them money. I want to give them a principle that will be taking care of them on an end without me having to say, here is a one-off 100,000, you know, whatever it is. We say $1 million, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I've become more mature in that thought process. Travel is very, very eminent. I must travel.
Yeah.
I want to do those trips where I can even call my girls, like, guys, fall in, I booked a jet.
Yeah.
Where those...
Can you charter a plane here in Uganda?
Yes.
Okay.
Actually,
Yeah.
do you know what? That's a very good question. I was having a meal with a friend, and one of his conversations was like, "Oh yeah, we're getting this jet to bring in these artists." And I said,
How is your friend? Is he single?
"He actually is, and he's very
Is it?
handsome."
Okay. Hi, friend.
So I was like, okay. Yeah, so travel is very important. I
Yeah.
really, really love to travel. But something I'm also very passionate about. I'd like to be an angel investor. Very many people, and you know, some things you won't know until you've experienced it. You don't know the depth of it all. We have great ideas, but money is limiting so many people. Like
Yeah.
the stress of where will the money come from? How can I get this product off the shelf, this prototype, this idea. So if I could just be able to help at least someone, even if it's just one person, because I know how I feel when I'm here trying to say, someone believe in me. By the way, someone believe in me, fund me. Yes, like I would want to do that.
Like 24 hours. So you do like a crash course Shark Tank. Come, give me your idea. 5 seconds.
Let me tell you those
give me a
things.
different one.
When you have the money, Sabrina, that's the thing. When the money shows up,
Yeah.
those problems, first of all, will show up. They're the first one. Say hi.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it will be within 24 hours. Actually, I would be able to even achieve that in less than 24 hours. But while I'm on my chat playing
Yeah,
there,
you're coordinating.
people are applying.
I love that. Do you like music?
I love music.
I met someone, one of my good friends. I'm going to name her. Lisa told me, I don't like music. I'm like, oh my God.
I thought those people. Sorry.
Who are the people who
They're
don't
still
like
around.
music?
They're still around.
There are people who
I've
exist
seen
who don't
that.
like
Yeah,
music.
I've seen that like
Sorry,
once, but a
Lisa.
long time ago.
Yeah.
Lisa, are you okay? Do you want to talk about
She said
it?
she doesn't like music. She doesn't like movies. Her source of joy is books. So anyway,
Okay.
What's your
Okay.
favorite genre?
It changes with the mood, which I guess is for most people. But I can tell you the one I don't like.
Which which one is that?
Guys, miss me with country music.
Oh my God. This is Texas. Woo, I'm
That's
out.
not real.
It's
You
not
know the
real.
one I'm saying. Like, just miss me with,
Like Jolene. What's her name? Dolly Parton?
just,
No. Huh?
it's nice.
Do you know which
Now, at
one
least
that
country,
is?
country, I can listen to the entire, because it's a storytelling genre, which is fine. Eventually I can get into it. The one that has refused, I can only listen to maximum one song. After that,
I get a feeling we're on the same
finished.
wavelength, but say it.
Reggae.
That's exactly what I was gonna say.
First of all, I feel like people would like reggae are pretending. Like, I don't think it's real. Kevin, Jay Levy, you guys would like reggae so much. Johnny, my God, those are my former workmates at Capital. My God, Johnny would be there and he's just listening to reggae. And I'll be like, there's no way you're actually enjoying this.
Yeah. No, but people, like the people who like reggae.
I like raga.
The people who like reggae and raga.
I like dancehall.
I put
Because
them in the
raga
same
is
category.
dancehall. You don't like dancehall?
No. No. Sit up on it, sit up on it, sit up. No,
Stop
thank
it.
you. No,
First
thank
of all, I cannot be there, not sit up on it.
I don't want.
Stop it. Okay, now you're
No.
extreme. Now you're extreme.
No, okay, I don't
can't.
hate it, but I don't like it. Like, I really don't. And you know, Uganda is such a reggae raga
First
nation.
of all, I did not know that. I found out with, the past few years. I was like, babe, for real, guys are actually reggae, like proper Bob Marley, Lucky Dube kind of feel vibe. Like I remember when Elijah was just starting out before,
Yeah.
that was his like thing, and I was like,
Yeah,
I
Ugandans
believe they're lying.
No, they're not
They're
like.
not like actually.
Did you go, like, do you go to concerts?
Yes.
Chronics came to Uganda. Did you attend that concert?
No, the thing is,
They
I don't know
told
which
me
one
there
I
was a
attended. Which
crowd.
one was it?
Chronics.
Was it at which year was Chronix? Because I know which one I went for. And I
Taurus
said,
Riley, maybe?
Taurus is the one I went
Yeah.
for. And
No.
I said, why am I here?
Taurus Riley is all right. Chronics is like the guys who really, really like that kind of
Chronix-
music.
There was another whatever, but yes, the crowd is, you know, the crowd. you're
Yeah.
going for. Yeah, there was.
So apparently there was a smoke cloud.
It was just pollution. That's what we'll say
Like,
it was. It was
but you-
pollution.
But yeah, that's my least favorite genre.
Yeah.
I was gonna ask you, like, if you had a gun to your head and they told you you're going to die, but the only way to save yourself is recite like all the lyrics to a song. What song would that be for you?
All of them.
Yeah, you have to sing the correct lyrics of a song or you die. Which song would you pick? And it's up to you. You pick the song you want in whatever genre it is.
My issue is there's no way it's all of them. There's a point whereby I'm like, for every song, there's no song. I
So
can-
basically, you died.
But sorry, no.
Time of
No,
death.
I have the song.
Okay.
Baby Jesus. That's one I know all the
I
way.
thought you were going to say, baby shark, do, 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 baby.
There's that one as well. But even that one, at some point, I'm like, wait, what did they say?
Dad, yeah, actually, at
You
some
see?
point, yeah.
Yeah.
If you could time travel, what day would you go to? So the option is either you go to the future
back or
or you go
future.
to the past. But I don't know anyone who would want to go to. Why would you want to go to the future?
That's exactly where I'm going. The past, I know what's there. I don't want to go back.
But the future, what if you miss a lot of good things in between here?
I'm tired.
Okay,
I'm
where are
tired.
you going? Where are you going? In
2
the
years to
future?
my death. I'm tired.
Why?
Yeah.
Why?
Let's just because this. Let me tell you. I don't know. Like,
Oh
God
my
is
God, this
doing a
is
work.
dark.
This
Why
is-
am I laughing?
No, I laugh at dark humor all the time, and I'm a very dark person.
2 years to your death is
So
what?
I planned my funeral more than my wedding. I planned my funeral from when I was in primary. Like there's going to be an invitation list, there's a dress code, there's a like I've planned that more than yes, I'm that person. I talk about death, my death so easily. Because one thing is guaranteed, we are not getting out of this alive. One thing. I'm assured of death.
Yeah.
I'm not assured of money, I'm not assured of family, I'm not assured of this. I'm assured of death. So
So you want to time travel to 2 years before you? What are you doing those 2 years? Because it seems like you specifically.
and I
want
know there are 2 years to my
leading
death.
up. Yeah.
Hey, they not being. First of all, I even know when I want to die at what age. Like I've had this conversation with God. Like at this point, yeah, I'm good. I'm
Yeah.
good leaving this world
Yeah.
unless you need me here. But okay, maybe not 2 years to my death, but me, I know it's the future. I would time travel. I go back then to do what? There is nothing I want to relive there. I lived it. I enjoyed it. I suffered through it. Whatever
Yeah.
it was. Thank you. I'm a future person.
Okay.
Yeah, which is ironic for someone who God is doing a work in me, but with anxiety, like I get anxious and just not knowing what the future holds, and maybe that's why I want to go to the future. Like, just be done with it. Just let me just see that everything will be fine.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's fair.
I'm not the common answer. I'm so surprised you people. You want to go back to the past? to
Yeah,
do
no,
what,
me.
Sabrina?
Okay, because like at least I know what I'm getting myself into in the past. In the future, who knows what's going to happen? But I just thought about a dark joke. I was like, what if you say I want to time travel to 2 years before my death and you don't move?
Yes, I'll be so happy.
That means
I would be
your
so
time
happy.
is on the
I would
horizon.
be so happy.
Girl.
Because me,
Let's-
let's how fine I'll look in my car. Anyway,
Let's close the conversation on that note because it just took a different turn.
Olanya used to always get upset with me about that. He's like, Malaika, you're so like. I'm like, why do you people fear talking about this? There's other people. Would you fear writing a will? Do you know our parents
I'm
do?
also actually not scared of death. I just don't really talk about it openly. But
I don't think
I'm
we.
not really.
I think we give it power if we fear it.
Yeah.
I've had so much fun with you.
Yeah,
This is
I know.
awesome.
Yeah, and the fun part is just starting. Okay,
Okay.
so Malaika.
Yes. Why do I feel like you're so? You're not giving me confidence.
It's time for a little game called He's a 10, but, and Malaika is going to give me her response on whether she thinks a person remains a 10 or if their marks go a little bit down.
Okay.
Okay, he's a 10, but he asks questions like, what do you bring to the table? What is he now?
0.
Agreed.
Leave
Yeah.
the conversation. Even.
Yeah.
Yeah.
With your toxic masculinity.
First of all, just pin there.
Yeah.
I feel like let's address that a little bit.
Let's do it.
Yes. And I had the pleasure of having this conversation with gentlemen as well. So it's not like as if I was sitting with my girls. No. We're grown men. We had this conversation finally. This conversation of what do you bring to the table, is very, very unfortunate because you are limiting yourself,
Yeah.
male and female. But because men always say it, I'll say that men, you're limiting yourself. What a woman brings cannot be quantified. You can't. So if you're going to limit her to the money,
Yeah.
the this, the that, and I'm like, even you can't do that. Do you get it? So why do you need a woman?
Yeah.
The value she brings into your life should be something that even you say, I could not do that for me. The peace she gives me, the children that she takes care of for me. Because, listen, she risks her life. You know, when a woman is giving birth, it's a line between life and death. To bring into this world a child who will have your last name.
Yeah.
She's risking her life for your lineage. And you're telling me what would
What
you
do I bring to the
the
table?
table?
You know, for me,
There's a lady who once said,
Yeah.
and I thought it was so powerful. She said, first of all, on that table, it's a bit graphic what I'm about to say, but on this table, at this table, everyone either came in or through me. So none of them can say that. So, so how do you quantify that? It's like women
I
who
think
limit.
they can quantify the in. But not that
Yeah,
true.
that's true. And then also like for men, if I say, okay, fine,
Yeah.
you want your wife to go out, let her also make bread, make money, da 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 da. You do understand. The Bible that I follow says submit to your husband. We're always saying this: women don't like to submit, don't like to submit. But if she's out here working, Sabrina, you're out here, you're working, you're next media, you're da 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 da. You're with your husband at home. If Mr. Kin Kalisa calls you, you're telling your husband, can't come here, you're
Yeah.
going.
Yeah.
Who are you submitted to there? Like, your Sunday is finished because they've called you at work. That is who you're submitted to,
Yeah.
not your husband.
Yeah.
Why is she busy building another man's legacy, another man's brand, another man's this, and not yours?
Yeah.
Again,
have-
I've
you
said,
have
how do you
spoken-
quantify this?
You have spoken so
don't.
much sense. Oh my God. I hope the people who have these conversations and have these debates
Yeah.
have taken notes. Because let me tell you what, for me, what triggers me about that statement is you pursued me. Ideally, unless I chased after you, which is never the case, if not rarely the case, you pursued me, then you want to ask me such silly questions. What are you talking about? Like,
But I will say I'm an equal sex offender. So even the ladies, you limit a man when you only stop him at money provision.
provision, yeah.
Money? Money that can be made and lost
Sprinkle,
in 5 seconds. Money?
Do you know the sprinkle woman?
Of course, I love her. But you can't limit a man to only
Money.
the what. Do you know how shallow money is?
Yeah.
A man who provides for you, protects you, and when I say provision, it's spiritually,
Yeah.
emotionally. A man who will support you. You're here. Imagine at this podcast, you're doing all this, and your guy is around here making sure that the video guy is doing this. Da, 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 da. Is that money, or he's given you his
No.
time?
Yeah. I'm
giving you his
manifesting. I'm
support.
manifesting that man.
So let's
Our
not
friend
limit
who was-
ourselves
who
with
was-
this table conversation.
Yeah, our friend who is chattering a jet.
Yeah, to what?
He's a 10, but he still lives with his parents.
How old is he?
Our age.
What happened? I feel like there's questions here. What happened? Did you lose? Were you? Your house is in
Malaika,
is
just-
is,
it
is
just
in
is
is
what
in
it is.
Umbara and you're now in Kampala.
No.
Like,
No.
did you lose? Like, your business just
Oh,
crashed
you're so-
recently.
you're so thoughtful.
Yeah, because there's like a lot maybe to it. But then again, I'm not your person, but I've understood.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
I
like,
feel
what
there's
is he
more.
now?
How long has he been living with his parents?
He has never left.
Yeah. Sabrina, where are these men? Where are you finding them?
I don't have them. But no, let me just say this.
He's
Like,
30 and
like
he's
I know
never
people. I do know people who are our age and have never left. Even older than me. I know. Guys, for
And the parents
context,
are alive.
Context,
And the parents are alive.
yeah.
And they're allowing this madness.
Yeah.
Anyway, me, that's the kick. We left early. So,
Okay, so what are they?
Yo. Him and his friend from my WhatsApp group. And think about their lives. The one on zero, yeah, they're forming a WhatsApp group now.
Okay.
Like, you've never. Wow.
So-
That says a lot. That's
What
scary.
what rate are they now?
They're zero.
Okay.
It says a lot.
He uses Snapchat to communicate.
Is there a negative? Sorry, I need to ask again. How old is he?
Our age.
So why do you have a Snapchat? Let's start there. Why? Why? Okay, I have a friend who's mature, good guy, blah, blah, blah.
And he's
he
on Snap.
snaps. Yeah, he snaps, like, but he's not himself. He's not selfish.
But, like, just
like
life
what's going
and
on
stuff.
and everything, yeah, which is fine, business and whatever. Like when I finally, because I had a bit of a side eye for him, but when I saw his snap, I said, oh yeah, okay, yeah, which is fine. But communicate.
Like he is
Like,
called
instead
a
of
DM
WhatsApp,
on
he-
Snap.
yeah,
Say
it's
it again.
DMs you, yeah.
He DMs you on Snap.
So Olaba's Instagram, I've judged you. You're telling me snap.
Yeah.
First of all, if
Where
it's
they
me,
disappear. Where the
that's-
messages
I won't see
disappear.
that message. I'll just see you once had a message. So that gentleman, I will give a 3 now.
Okay.
Because at least they're communicating.
Yeah.
So that's why they're not on 0.
Okay.
It's just unfortunate that it's Snapchat.
It's Snap. He's a 10, but he showers once a day. Once a day.
And lives in
Than
Kampala,
none a day.
Uganda.
Yeah.
Is it in the morning or at night?
I don't know the details of it.
Because if it better be at night. Because after that whole day, let's just rinse off the poverty, the stresses, the dust and everything. Better be at night. If it's at night, it's okay. It's okay. I'll give you a 5.
Okay, but let's all agree, guys, that in Kampala, you need to shower twice a day.
That's why I'm not
Please.
giving you a high mark.
Yeah.
But and also if
morning.
it's once, please let it be in the evening.
Yeah.
Like, so that when you wake up in the morning, you brush your teeth, wash your face, and go. And
No, but the
let
thing
also
is,
be a
some
reason
people-
be that
some
there's no
people-
water.
Some people sweat in their sleep, so they wake up stinking sweat.
Sabrina, okay, now we have gone to 3. I had not thought of that. Now we've gone to 3 because I'm a hygiene person.
Yeah.
Like, you really need to be clean.
Yeah. He's a 10, but he believes in 50-50.
He can't be a 10.
He's a,
He can't.
he already started off on a 5.
You say he's a something. He's a number
he
below
exists.
10.
But he believes in 50-50.
Are you seeing the other guys that didn't say that? This one.
It's a hard no, eh?
It's a hard
0.
negative. It's negative. It started a whole new foundation just for himself. 50-50. I've told you my reasoning behind it. Come on, let's not. The day you can carry 4.5 months of a child. We can do 50-50.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like that. I like that. He's a 10, but he's always on his phone.
Doing what? Sending me money? Making bank transactions to my account? I mean, we can't be mad at that.
And on that note,
It's business.
we wrap up the podcast. There's nothing to be said after that. That is it.
But also don't accuse these men of being 10s. Let's not accuse
Like,
them.
it's been such a pleasure having you.
Thank you for having
This has
me,
been such a
Sabrina.
blast.
It's been
Thank you
fun.
so much for stopping by. Since you're a media girly,
Yes, girl.
like myself,
Yes.
I'm going to give you the opportunity to throw any question at me.
Oh, yay.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Because, I also want to know what it's like to be interviewed. So here we go.
Why did you start this podcast?
Oh my God, that's so deep. I thought you were going to ask me, like, what's my favorite?
It is that serious. What's your
Okay.
favorite color?
So I'm in the media and have been for the past couple of years. And anybody who's worked in the media, you know that you can only have so much control over the creativity of the stuff that you do and what goes on air. So I wanted a space where I have complete control over the creativity, over the direction, over like the kind of conversations that we have, the direction the conversations take. I wanted it to be so unserious. That's why it's called It's Never That Serious, because I'm coming from a space where you go live, Malaika, speaking to this guy is talking to you, and you're talking, and you're da 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 da. But this is more like, let's just have a good time,
Yes,
have a good
definitely,
conversation,
yeah.
and that was my motivation.
Okay, just one slight follow-up.
Yeah.
What's the comparison between the two? This life versus the other life? Because you're still in both. Give me the ups and the downs for both.
Okay, so the ups is I get paid.
The other side,
I get paid.
to pay this one.
Those are the ups and the downs.
Guys, make sure you support, subscribe.
Please.
That's how it should finally be paid here. Yeah.
Please
Yeah.
subscribe.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for stopping by, Malaika.
You're welcome.
It's been such a blast having you. We have been at the Patio Bella in Arena Mall. Make sure that you stop by and have yourselves a good time. You can come through for lunch, for breakfast, for dinner, whatever your vibe is, whatever your mood is that day, you can come through. They also have a happy hour, which is from 3 to 6 p.m. every Monday to Friday. Malaika, if you stick around long enough, happy hour may
Uganda,
find
what's
you.
going on?
Girl, it's happy hour somewhere in the world. And I'm just by the amazing STW. So make sure you check out their Instagram page and you too can look as fabulous as I look. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so that you are notified every time I post a video. Until next time, bye.